Good afternoon, esteemed traders and investors. Today is Thursday, July 9th. I present to your attention another market review for InstaForex. As always, I'm glad to be here with you today. So the trading day for gold and the euro-dollar pair, which I recommended for an upward movement yesterday, is already yielding a good profit. I hope you took advantage of them, but most likely not. As for important news, today, Thursday, in the second half of the day, initial jobless claims in the United States of America will be announced. The international reserves of the Russian central bank, I think, are of no interest to anyone at all. But as for existing home sales in the US, I think that will be important. Basically, that's about it. Let's take a look at what we can trade on the charts. Let's go. So, let's start with gold quotes, which have been rising significantly yesterday and today. Yesterday, I gave a trade idea for the growth of this instrument within the framework of a large three-wave ABC structure, which is visible both on the H4 and M15 charts. I'm very interested in this, according to such an old-school trading scheme, for the last 3 weeks. Specifically, the quote at $4,223. Those who bought in the right zone yesterday are now sitting on a substantial and impressive profit, 8,000, and we need 20, so we've already successfully covered nearly half of the total distance. At the moment, the instrument has currently hit the short breakdown zone from yesterday. Donald Trump's statement about ending the truce with Iran is certainly within the realm of possibility. This is a strategic corrective maneuver, and then the movement upward, options, and cyber riffraff have triggered an update of the level I've been talking about for a consecutive period of several days in a row. The euro-dollar pair also gave a strong long signal yesterday, also within the framework of this large three-wave structure ABC, and I've discussed these specific market dynamics, having shared various strategic trading ideas and opportunities many times. Importantly, yesterday there was a highly favorable and technical approach to the long breakout zone, and today we are seeing a very strong long impulse. The instrument has once again broken its short structure, and if there is a significant price pullback, which might not actually happen, you could end up holding a long position. With this instrument, the goal is not only relatively modest currency gains, but also to successfully capture short liquidity at the weekly level. With a significant potential upside of 600 points, this specific level is exceptionally easy to spot, even to the completely unaided, slightly bloodshot eye of a trader, as it represents the absolute highest peak of the last 2 weeks. And I think that even the trading gods themselves have ordained that this level should be taken.
Looking for real trading advantages? InstaForex offers the lowest spreads and commissions. On major currency pairs, our conditions are better. Lower spreads and only $5 commission instead of $7. That's real savings for every trader. And now, let's get back to the market review.
As for the pound, unlike the sluggish euro-dollar, the pound continues its hypertrophied growth. It consistently continues to reach new weekly highs, and the growth is, of course, significantly more robust than that of the euro. It's moving along quite briskly. But for now, it isn't offering us any particularly interesting ideas. The only thing is, of course, when you take a moment to look at this whole series of highs and lows, I think this will definitely be a very solid target for us to capture. Sooner or later, you see, when instruments accumulate these kinds of levels in their history, they eventually get taken out. Well, those are just my wishful trader fantasies, that we'll get there, but for now it's unclear through which pullback levels. Yesterday, after a strong long breakout, there was a test of the long breakdown, and basically everything with the euro was about the same dollar Canadian dollar. The Canadian gestured subtly with its mischievous Canadian nose that it's going to tumble down. At the same time, it left a platform here, most likely, well, at the very least. The second approach to this zone was at 141,462. Here, the instrument tapped out a platform with its tiny little Canadian feet. The only thing, of course, is that it's unclear what exactly the instrument is falling on here. It had several short breakdowns, all of them quite awkward and rather crooked, just like my personal trading ambitions, but I really do think there is strong potential for future movement. If you have a short position, which most likely you don't, then congratulations to you. The dollar-yen currency pair, dollar-yen, well, it squeezed its little Japanese buns at the very highs, and the weakening and softening of the US dollar is happening through various currency instruments. And here too, there turned out to be a clear influence on this devaluing instrument. Something quite interesting. Honestly, I just don't see anything significant happening here right now. Those who believed in the short breakdown zone yesterday have already made a good profit. But there are few people who trade on breakdowns, so I think that definitely wasn't you.
I also want to remind you that every InstaForex client automatically receives loss insurance. For every $1 of compensation, only $4 of your friend's investments are required. Just submit a request, and your losses will be recovered. Let's continue with the review.
As for oil, after yesterday's super rally, oil is correcting, but I think this is just a short correction on the way to further growth, because Trump once again got really offended by Iran. Like a massive red-haired child, he's sprinting quickly along at a young Muslim boy. To put it quite simply, we have recently seen a very significant and sustained long-term initiative in the oil market. This initiative is directly connected to fundamental and objective market factors rather than just currency fluctuations or some kind of temporary speculation. The war has unfortunately resumed with renewed intensity. I would say there are more strikes, more constant threats, and so on, so a major event has truly occurred. We are waiting for pullback movements, and if they give us the opportunity to enter at good prices, well, at least somewhere around 70 or 68, you can start catching longs already with the aim of capturing what wasn't captured before. And by the way, if anyone still believes in all those little gaps like Dalnik and so on, well, people, the trading crowd is quite superstitious. They believe in all sorts of nonsense, but as they say, whatever keeps them entertained. Accordingly, from the area of $70 and a bit lower, you can move up to around, God willing, 80. I think that during all these various oil-related escalations, among other things, we could see some movement. It makes sense that we might add, say, $10. What's special about 10% here? Now, about this instrument, Bitcoin. Bitcoin is quite interesting. It's just drifting around at the moment. Analytically speaking, the thing is, yesterday Bitcoin hit a quite intriguing and significant level at its weekly lows. And actually, it wouldn't be a bad thing at all if it corrected itself in such a simple and straightforward manner. For those who still like crypto, and there are fewer and fewer of them in the market these days, you can try your luck and your strategy at trading right here. As for the S&P 500, yesterday after Trump's statement, the fund dropped, but in the US, it went up. That's how it goes sometimes. Guess who? Of the redheads, someone made money in this game. For us here, nothing particularly interesting is on the horizon yet. The instrument was completely bought up. Trump's narrow news suggests that the fund is forever and ready for another breakout of its historical highs.
With InstaForex, you can triple your profit. For every $4 of your friend's investments, you automatically get an extra $1 added to your profit, with no extra conditions.
As for the dollar franc reacted to yesterday's news with a sense of sadness. The value of our dollar strengthened, then weakened on the latest news regarding Donald Trump, but now it's strengthening once again. For now, it's fluctuating. There are quite a few people who believe in significant long-term breakdowns on the franc, but I am not one of them. So, this specific zone, marked in green, should definitely be on your chart for the resumption of a period of intense buying activity. As for our cross pairs, the channel with the flank did not reach our zones of interest. Australian dollar, Swiss franc is also staying within the range, leaving a lot of money at the edges of the auction, so for now, we're not touching it. New Zealand dollar, Swiss franc decided to rise, but we need to buy it. I don't want to do that this year. The Australians and the New Zealander have finally decided to close their large three-wave structure and give you a chance to close your short positions, although it's holding its own. And euro, Australian dollar is below 1.59395. We're building a grid of limit buy orders.
We also have a great offer. Fund your account and get a 30% tradable bonus. Trade with additional capital and expand your opportunities with InstaForex.
Euro, Canadian dollar is rising. This is a clear, typical structure. We're not going short, only after the yearly highs are updated. And silver is coming down. But today, some of the short corrections are already turning into sideways movements. So honestly, I don't see anything interesting here. I understand that many people trade silver, but in my opinion, there's still a lot of money below and plenty of room to fall. Here, our instrument has accumulated a substantial amount. There's a lot of capital below, and through some short selling trades, this the nearest corrections. I would consider taking a look at a potential decline, but if this long position here manages to be held, then that would be quite interesting. And to look at this kind of structure, if they allow it, and from the top as well, at least to take a one-to-one move. Friends, InstaForex offers a free consultation with a personal trading consultant. Follow the link in the video description, fill out the callback form, and gain access to exclusive offers and special trading conditions, BRT Plus, for risk-free trading. That's all. Trade with InstaForex, subscribe to the channel, and stay tuned for new reviews.